Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the free-to-play account. Thanks for being here. We're picking up Bastille of Fallen today. That's good. Why is that good, you ask? Because that means that's the list of Bastille of Fallen I have to pick up when I go to farm her. And I'm a big fan of not having to invest a lot into characters when I don't have to. So hopefully you're able to take advantage of that too. Because both of the Bastilles are 100 energy to do all 5 pulls, and that tends to be quite daunting to deal with. But yeah, it's definitely a problematic thing that you have to be aware of and you have to try to manage. And you should know that going in ahead of time. What is on the docket for today? Well, as usual, we have our people that we're working on. We're trying to finish up good old Sith Trooper here today. I don't think we're going to hit it. If there's any way for us to get a 12 pull, that'd be great, but probably 2. And yeah, 2, of course. And we get four First order storm, but of course we do. So we still need 10 more. It's gonna be at least 5 days. Probably. I'm gonna hope it's only 5 days because I don't want it to be any more. But if we can get a 10 pull here on General Hux, that'd help us out a lot. But once again, I'm not gonna hold my breath because look, we got 2, and I don't want to talk about it. I'm not happy about it. You might be wondering why. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but we'll just talk about this real quick. So we spent a lot of money. A lot of money. We spent trying to get better mods for Kylo here. We got a decent set. I'm not happy with these 2 because there's no speed on here. So we're going to have to keep working on those, but we did do that. I think didn't I bring somebody up? I don't know. I did something that ended up just costing a ton of money, and I'm like, well, what are you going to do? And I don't remember what I did because it was like, at this point, it was like 12 hours ago. And I mean, just, I don't know. If I could remember what I did, I'd tell you, but I can't. I have no idea. Not because I don't want to, just like what did I do 12 hours ago? I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. But yeah. So we did that. So we got to build up the pile of money. I promoted somebody. I don't know. It's somewhere there. I just don't know. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. That's what we did, and that's why we don't have any money right now. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working hard to try to get this last piece of Kylo done because y'all, it is a grind when you're grinding for this stuff. I'm like, because I mean, you play the game. I mean, this 13, this going from 12 to 13 is like you want to peel your eyelids out. I mean, I think I know that's why so many people just get people to gear 13 and just leave them there, or they just leave them at gear 12. Is because the amount of effort it takes to get characters from gear 12 to gear 13 is like, especially if you're free to play, it's like, I don't want to do it. because I feel like I don't know. I know there's a lot of things I could be doing, and if I'm being honest, I'd kind of rather be doing that than farming gear to get from gear 12 to gear 13, because that's a lot, and it's not fun, because you're sitting here for a month at least to get one character from gear 12 to gear 13. And when you're trying to do a whole faction like we're doing with this Kano thing, because we got one done, okay? We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, y'all. And so if we're saying it's gonna take a month per character, guess how long that's gonna take, y'all? We're talking about a year to get this Joker done. And yeah, I mean we got people. We can work on First Order Storm. We could have him up and running. I could bring at some point I could indeed bring First Order Officer up when I get the money. Who knows when that'll be? But I mean, we ain't credit highest. We're taking these guys in at level 75 because they're not even done, and we need to get them done and get them to 85 so they can do credit highest. But I mean, early in this game, and keep in mind, this account is over 200 days old, right? But we are still, compared to this to where my other account is, my daily account, that's at least 300 days older than this one is. I mean, and granted, yes, I bought the Phoenix, and I recently bought the Hoth team, the Hoth hero bundle on that account. But you don't need the Phoenix for anything, really, and you don't need that Hoth bundle until you're getting close to a Jedi Luke, because you can farm the Phoenix easily enough. But I mean, just look. I mean, and there's only 300 days of separation between these two accounts. I mean, that account is like almost at 500. We're at like, or probably at 500. And this account is 211, maybe. I don't even remember where we're at now, because there's a whole thing. but yeah, so that account has at least it has at least 300 days on it over this one. And so, the amount of separation that we have, because we didn't, because obviously I went for, on that account, I'll just tell you, I started with, what people tell you to start with. They tell you, bounty hunters for Smuggler's Want, for Smuggler's Run, and then troopers for to just help you get through the dark side battle. And we have troopers. I mean we kind of do. We have Veers and Star, so we have 3, and if we will need to finish Dark Trooper at some point when we get there. I don't know. I don't have any idea when we're going to get there. But I mean, and so I don't know that we would be in a very different position had we just gone for an executor farm. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy how difficult getting going and how long it takes to establish yourself. And I know there are people out there who've been playing this game like Nooch, who've been playing this game for 9 years, and Arnold, who's been for 9 years, and all. And that's congratulations. Congratulations to y'all. I have not, and I'm just trying to do this the best I can. And we're going to make mistakes, I've negated some mistakes because I'm not going down rabbit holes. Like, we don't have, you can see, we don't have, we're not investing in characters that we're not using. Vader, I have him still waiting. But, people that we did, we did use Royal Guard early. We did use Ezra early. We did use, you can tell who we did use early. But then after we came out of that and we turned that off, we don't have Bastila Fallen here at 85. We don't have, there's no extra spending going on this account. Just look down here. Tell me where I spent on you. Now you can say, well, you took Dark Trooper Peretti up and Night Trooper up and Shin up and Morgan up and Captain Enoch and Great Mothers to 50, and I guess, and you took the Bad Batch when they came out to 50, and I'm not going to argue with that, but I mean, and granted, this is, 500 credits, 500 credits, 500 credits. So this is 2 million credits right here, maybe, just doing these 3, and where's tech? Because I did Record 2, so that's, 2.5, and you can say this is 3 and 4 and 5, and 5 million, 6 million. You can make that argument legitimately, but I mean, I did the same thing on the others, and the only difference, as I can tell, is between the two accounts is I actually prioritized the bounty hunters and the Imperial troopers on those accounts. That's the only difference as far as I can tell. Because, if you go look at those accounts now, I don't have Kylo at, he might be at 85, but I don't have any of the other guys at 85. I don't have this entire squad. I don't have this entire squad like this at 85. And granted, I only have, 6 of these guys, 7 of these guys all the way leveled up. And there's 12 of them. Han I have done, but I haven't brought him up. Hugs, we're still working on him. I brought him up. I brought this guy to 50 the other day. He's still at 75. But once they're done, they're done. And there's not going to be any more level spending on that. But when am I going to spend on them? Not soon. Because, the reason I invested the mod energy in Kylo today was because this is for whatever you think about it. This is a conquest team for me. I have 3 entire conquest teams. I have this conquest team. This is one conquest team right here. Actually, it's Sith Trooper in place of Captain Phasma, but and then another conquest team would be Newt with the Geos. So Newt plus Spy, Sunfek, Poggle, and Soldier, because I don't have GBA left. And then my other conquest team is Bastila. Well, maybe I'd speak better if I showed you, probably. But it's Bastila, Anakin, Jimmy, Snips, and Qui-Gon. And yes, they're 85, but she's at gear 9? Yeah, she's at gear 10. So we have a gear 12, gear 11, gear 11, and gear 10 on this team. And those are the three conquest teams I'm building. And I'm trying to push it in a little bit more on conquest, and I'm trying to get this bounty hunter team done. And it might have been that might have been what it was taking the bounty hunters up, putting another 5 or 10 levels on them just so they could help me in credit heist. That might have been what it was. I don't remember. But it's a struggle early in this game, guys, to have credits at all. So, but you know, I'm not going to be a guy who just willy-nilly puts, and you shouldn't either. You shouldn't just be, hey, I had this guy at 7 stars. I should just go ahead and take him to level 85. If you want to be broke from the time that you start this game until probably 4 years in, by taking every character that you have that you get to level 75, if you want to do that, go ahead. You'll be broke from now until you get done opening characters. And to you, I will tip my hat and say, good luck. But you know, I've done that before, and it doesn't work well, and it's hard, and it kind of makes you rethink things in a real way. And I'm not okay with that. So that's why I'm just, you know, I know. So what I'm saying is, if you find yourself that you end up in a similar position to me, where you're like, wait a minute, I don't have any credits. Why don't I have the credits? Just relax. Just take a breath. Just take a breath and relax. And be like, it's going to be okay. Because it is. I mean, it might not be okay today. It might not be okay tomorrow. But sooner or later, in a couple of days, it's going to be okay. You're gonna make it through. And you're going to make it to the other side. And you're going to be like, what was I so stressed about? Oh yeah, I didn't have a couple credits for a half a minute. And now I do. And so if you find yourself in that position where you're like, I need credits desperately, just realize that just because you don't have credits today doesn't mean you won't have credits tomorrow. Because it's the same thing everywhere. You know, just do the work. Just do some work and you'll have some credits. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.